Excuse me, sorry, coughing like that. It's a soil chat. Yeah, today I'm making soil, so I'm going to put up some videos on my boar cooking and going to try to maybe go live with. I've got the trench dug. I've gathered up a lot of kitchen waste, a lot, and scraps and leaves and bark mulch. So, yeah. Wow, coffee's great, hey? Welcome to a live chat. Remember to guard your privacy. Abide by our community guidelines. Well, that'd be great, but there's no one here. That'd be a first. Well, maybe I didn't go live or public. Or maybe YouTube didn't like my complaint. Oh, yeah, well, maybe they did. Good morning, Mandy. Happy Friday. It's the chit chat about making soil. I'm making a lot of soil today. It's my last one where I'm putting in some meat products in there. It's down deep. Mister. Good morning, Mr. Howie. Mr. Howie. Yeah, Gerbs calls me that, Mr. Howie. He's really nice, and his wife Kimbers. They live up in Yubo, not far from here. Happy Friday. I won't be here long. Oh, that's too bad. We are in Vancouver and driving to Washington. Oh, right. You had a trip there. That's right. Well, stay safe. Be cool. It's going to be snowing soon. We're going to have a few centimeters by Sunday night or Monday morning, I think. Just give you the heads up. Big Vancouver trip. Hey, I have to go there too, but it's not for a pleasurable trip, to say the least. Yeah. I'm glad you're there and you're having fun and you're doing your thing. And I'm just gonna. Ooh, you said the four-letter word. Yeah, well, I had to because you're my friend. I care about you. So, if you can't drop an F bomb to a friend, who can you drop? Right? Actually, it wasn't quite an F bomb, but similar, the frozen white stuff. I'm going to grab a coffee. Oh, good morning, puppy dog. You were a nuisance last night, waking me up. Yeah, you were a nuisance. So, puppy dog, go on outside. Okay, go on. Go on. No, let me get going. There's nothing here for you. Begging and sniveling. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it is what it is with the. But on Sunday night or Monday morning, I'm not sure, but it's close to that time zone I got it on my feed there. It's 3 Celsius right now, but it was 6 earlier. It was so mild out. There's no frost. We had a few days of frost, but really we haven't had any winter. No, but apparently we're supposed to get like 2 centimeters or something. That's hardly even a dusting. But I've been seeing so much in bloom. The daffodils are like, oh, I've seen lots of snowdrops. I appreciate the heads up. I'll definitely keep an eye on the weather. Well, you know, I always do. I have a marine radio that's mobile. So also I've got a transponder I can turn on in case I'm in distress because sometimes I like to go wild and travel the country. Not often enough though. Seems like my health holds me back with this and that, and it's like got to make a decision. It wouldn't be advisable for me to go on a plane, apparently. So it's super frosty and frozen over here. Seems so much colder than the island. It would be. It's way different. It's 5 or 6 Celsius. It's 3 right now, but it was warmer earlier. And there's no frost because I went out. I feed the birds. First thing I do every morning is feed the birds, check the feeders, check the suet, check the hummingbird syrups, and I'm good to go. Because I like to sit and watch them. It's a pastime of mine. I have a book, I identify who's who, and it's just all by myself, and I like it. I like sitting there, and it's interesting that they dig up all the soil over the winter. The entire area is dug up by the birds, and I can just pretty much throw some seed on it. I had to get a coffee because I'm a bit of a coffee snob, and this hotel coffee makes me want to. Oh no! I refuse to have other than organic coffee. I refuse. I'll take it with me. I even have a special coffee pot for mountaineering. Even if I'm on top of a mountain, I can still have my coffee. Yeah. It only makes like one or 2 cups, not even 2 cups. One good super strong one. That's pretty much all I need. You can hear my dog over there huffing and puffing that I didn't pay her any attention. She's like, or when I go to bed and I put her in her basket, sometimes I just don't, I shut my door and she'll sit there and you can hear her go underneath the door. And then that'll go on for hours and it's annoying sometimes. So I bought a new basket and it was almost $60, which is a bit high pricey for a basket, I figured, but she doesn't even use it. She likes her blankie that I gave her, or my house coat. If it's my house coat or one of my sweaters or jacket, she'll sit right on it. But the new bed, not so much. She'll look at it, walk away, and then the other dog, he'll just walk right in on it and lay down. He doesn't care. When you are speaking of making a decision on surgery, are you speaking of the eye surgery? Well, there's that, and there's some other surgery as well. Well, I don't know what they're going to do, but I find out soon because I did an inquiry, and I got the notice right here. They're going to do an echocardiogram on me to have a picture of my heart. So there's that, and then I'm under the care of a cardiologist and a neurologist. But I'm way ahead of them. I'm correcting the problem. you can't you can't correct anything heart wise. It doesn't. I mean, I guess you can, but eat your peppers. Eat your peppers like bell peppers. Yummy, yummy, awesome, and hot peppers too. But peppers, any kind of peppers, ghost peppers, whatever you got. Yeah, for some reason, peppers are in, and I don't eat fast food. Well, I hope it all works out. Howie, we all love you. Well, you're loved as well. It'll work out. And no big deal. I got some laser work to get done, and they're going to take out something out of the eye and burn it or whatever they're doing. And whatever the problem is, I was in the hospital for a little while, just a couple of days, just a couple of weeks ago. So that's where this all came about. Kind of sucked. But I'm taking care of it, relaxing more. I go watch the birds feed and play and joust, and I just watch the birds, man. Had to change any routine. Yesterday, I did a little bit of work, but 2 of my best friends showed up. They knew I was up to something, right? So I got the it ready for it's like a trench area for the Pathway Soil Bank, And yeah, so I did that, but they showed up right away and they had to help me carry everything. They didn't want me doing nothing. And I'm like, it's all right, man. I just take my dead slow time. I'm not in any hurry. And as long as I don't get, if I sit somewhere, then I'm in trouble. Or if I try to lay down, I'm in trouble. So it is what it is. Yeah. But you should take care of your health wherever and whatever you're doing. Now there's real cold temperatures outside. Take your time, get used to going outside. Yeah. Yeah. I had some vein occlusion happen in my left eye where it's made me pretty much blind. But they're going to try to correct it a bit by stopping it from happening, blood going in there. So there's that surgery that's coming up real quick. It's good to keep moving and doing things. Yep. If you stop and let everyone else do it all, you will be done. No coming back from that. Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's why I man up and just get going, but at a slow. I pretend I'm a turtle, a snail, or a slug, or or a sloth. Yeah, they live a long time. Turtles, 350 years. Some of them, tortoises, whatever. Don't quote me on it. And then sloths live a long time. Yeah, that's what I pretend to be when I'm moving. Because if I try to move really quick, it's not pretty. I tried like going speed walking, like I warmed up and then had to stop that right away. But then I figured it out. You don't go very far and just go back home. Yes, I do bite. Who knows who the lurkers are? Weirdos, all wanting a piece of something that you don't have to give them. Hey, Mike Tyson bites. Right? Yep. I noticed a big difference in my algorithm. It's a big difference. It can fluctuate depending on what you say. For real. And if you say the wrong thing, well, then you're in a different category. If you say the right thing, you're propelled forward. It's really strange stuff. And thank you for the thumbs up. Scotty, good morning. Good morning, Scotty. Cheers. Thank you for being here. Oh, someone took off. Didn't like being called a weirdo. And some people just don't want to say anything. They're introverts or whatever, That's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm all right with that. I'm kind of that way too. I'm really going that way real soon here. Once I start any of my health um, procurement, won't be here at all. I can't see. I won't be able to see the bloody screen, so it's no good. I can't see it to type. But then, see, there is this special computer you can get. It's got Braille tablet on it or something like that, and then you can still talk too. Right? Okay, now that someone else is here, I'm gonna go have a shower and get ready for my day. Take care, Howie, and everyone. You enjoy your trip. You take care out there. Keep an eye on your weather forecast. Yeah, you're much loved. Oh, it's nice being all alone. Oh, some more left. Oh, goody gumdroppy. Yep. Thank you for the thumbs up. I know that was Mandy. She always does a thumbs up. I guess it helps. But yeah, get back to the soil, man. It's a soil day and making soil. And anyway, the guys came over yesterday and did pretty much all the work for me. So that was really nice. They're good friends of almost half my life. So you're lucky to make one or two best friends that actually will be your best friend. The rest will never be your best friend. And it's as simple as that. One every 20 years, this old Swede uh, taught me years ago. He asked me, he said, "How many friends you got?" I'm like, a few. She's like, "No, you don't. Phone up. Go use the phone right here. Phone them up. See if they'll come pick you up. See if they'll go pick up your meds or something." None of them would. They're busy, busy, busy. If you phone me up and wanted your meds, I'd be right there. That's the difference. But it's just the way it is. Most earthlings don't know they're here. Poor things. Oh, it's 6:45. Nice. Oh yeah, Mandy's on a trip to Washington. Good for you. Yep. So I gathered up 2 wheelbarrows of bark mulch, and then I have two 50-gallon drums of kitchen waste, and then I have a little under 100 pounds of meat products that like leftover scrap from the butcher. I could make it into beef tallow if I wanted to, but I don't want to. And there's a lot of bones in there. So what I'll do is I'll put that in my Pathway soil bank to make soil. That'll be about a 5-inch layer of this. I dug out a huge hole. Hopefully it's sunny today. It says it's sunny, mostly cloudy though. But I was going to do a video yesterday, but then the guys all showed up to do the work for me because they know I'm having a bit of a rough boat. So, well, hi and bye. Thank you for the thumbs up. Been on here 17 minutes and 36 seconds and 6:43 a.m. It's 2025, the 24th day of January. 3 Celsius and mostly cloudy today. I've been finding a ton of flowers that are blooming. A ton, way more than normal because it's not February yet. It's still January. But that's because Old Man Winter didn't really show up here. There's no frost here this morning. But one of the subscribers here, she said that there's frost where she is over on the mainland of British Columbia. So, yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm going to get more coffee. Do you notice there's more afternoon or evening people than morning? It's because people like to sleep. Hey, I get it. My sleep rhythm is off whack anyway, but back to soil. So I ended up with 250 gallons, so of about 80 to 100 gallons of kitchen waste. And that's banana, that's peppers, leftover, whatever you're doing in the kitchen. Like if you take off a peel of cabbage a little bit, your eggshell, your coffee grounds, and if something's out of date and you don't want to trust it, that goes in there too. Avocado pits, excuse me, paper towels, as long as you don't use any chemicals. You don't want to put that into your kitchen waste. No. But anything to do with leftover food spoilage, that goes in there. Kitchen waste is one of the things that Mayans used to make better soil. So when you make better soil, maybe you become healthier and you do a healthier choice, right? Because you're eating from the soil. You don't want to put in. I put in like anything cardboard carton, like from fruit and vegetables to eggs, come in a cardboard carton. That goes in there. That actually accumulates fairly big time. Belt loop. Let's go see if it's belt loop. And it is. Welcome, 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 belt loop. There you go. Bing bada boomba. Welcome. Welcome to the village. I've seen you around before. Belt loop 29. Wow. Go to channel. Let's just really give it a good eye. I like your gnome. I'm kind of a gnome guy. Yeah, that's not okay. I'm not subscribed. I don't know why. I thought I was, but there it is there, and I'll look into that when I end my live stream. Urban Gardening Chronicles. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Belt Loop Homestead is good people. I take your word for that, Urban, because you're solid, eh? You're upstanding. So how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Today I'm making pretty much my last Pathway soil bank, compost, whatever you want to call it, in layers of using a meat product. It'll be my last one, and after that, it'll just be my kitchen waste and leaves and chop and drop. I won't be putting that in. I've pretty much covered the ground that I needed it at. So that, once that's a big vitamin B shot because it's meat for the soil, and you're going to get fatter buds or apples and oranges or whatever. Excuse me. That's not a big deal. He has a few channels. Okay. Oh, you mean Belt Loop? Thanks at Urban Gardening Chronicles. Thanks. I do have a few. That must be difficult. In fact, this channel used to be known as Mississippi Permaculture Food Forest. Oh, well, that's interesting. Yeah, I love food forest because you're always fed and you feel good there, especially if you just meditate there where it's growing and powerful, and kick off your shoes and feel the dirt in between your toes. It gives solace when solace is needed, especially if you're overthinking something or I've got myself wrapped up in someone else's BS. How to unwind from all that, or unwind from what's in my environment from whatever reason. It's a lot. So on March 15th, I'm going to be probably not on YouTube anymore. Most likely not, because that's just the way it is. By then, I'll have all my medical procurements done. So, I'm going to just relax I'm just going to listen to the birds singing in the morning and chirping and jousting at the feeder during the day. That'll be my day. I have a few, yeah. In fact, the challenge, yep. I don't normally do much with this channel okay? but I've started using it when I go into anything involving gardening or homesteading or anything really related. I would say never. True, never say die. Just upload sometimes when you feel like it. After all, you've got over. Yeah, I don't know. I won't. There's no. I don't. There's some factors that mitigate otherwise. Yeah, yeah. Upload. You never know. A friend says they might help me. So no, that's just the way it is. What you gonna do, right? Yeah. Me, not exactly. Grew up around them. Yeah. Yeah. I've eaten in the officers' mess before at the local HCMS Quadra. Or they eat good food. They eat lobster and crab and prime rib. So quite a few years ago, this this guy knew his father was a colonel or higher, and we used to go and do cool stuff together. He was always doing something cool. He had the coolest Lionel train set. Say, "Good morning, Crooked Peach. I saw you somewhere." And there's your, there you go, Crooked Peach. Nice person, hey? I listen to her whenever I bump into her on other channels on live streams, and she's got a good message. You know, a very healthy message all the time. Vay, welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, Vay. Good to see you, Verna. And someone knows Beltloop by their first name. Verna's good people. Oh yeah, I've been to her channel often. Yeah. Can't do much without a few coffees in the morning, eh? I've been doing the YouTube thing for a while. I do tend to get around. Good for you. It is a social type setting, and you get to belong to different villages and see who's who and who doesn't hang out with who, and there's a lot to learn other than what you know on YouTube. Yeah. Berna is good people. I agree. I've been doing the okay, good, and yeah, ornery. Okay. Honestly, I'm surprised I haven't seen you before. I did. I've seen you before on a few different channels. Yeah, I just don't say much. Though I have been seeing you more and more lately. Oh, uh oh. Now I gotta have another coffee. Hey, Crooked Peach. Good to see you. Nice lady. Has a great message for Earthlings. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so today is the last of the meat leftovers from the butcher. I made a huge pathway soil bank so that I have enough that I can empty on top of the ground for the next 3 to 5 years, where it's going to be like I just do a window dressing on the entire forest floor after the chickens have gone through. And if I don't have chickens, I do become the chicken and scratch it up a bit, put lime here and there and seaweed and leaves all over the forest floor, right? And tree mulch and that kind of thing. I make layers, and I'm leaving a bit of a legacy. Hashtag pathway soil bank, all lowercase letters, all one word. You'll always be, you'll always find me. Love each other. Yeah, baby, that's it. love. There's the best emotion you'll ever have. Around the gardening and homesteading channels live streams. Yep. Yes, Gary, you and Howie was both in my live stream. Yep. Love each other. Yeah. Yeah. The spread a bit of light. Your whole mission in life is to spread goodness and light. Sure beats darkness and hell. But burnout is a real problem. Burnout is very real. But yeah, yeah. So very true. Laugh out loud. I got to move my magnifier. I've got a magnifier so I can read. That sucks. There I ranted. So very true. Laugh out. I tend to be a bit obsessive. Oh, I'll curb that behavior, eh? Just messing with you. Mr. Jack. You don't say hi to Mr. Jack at the airport. Good to see you, Jack. I can't help myself. Well, there you go. Hug a tree. Exactly. Forest love. Forest bathing. It started in Japan, I guess. And that makes sense because about 40 years ago, I seen this old Japanese guy coming hugging all the old cherry trees that were left by these springs. He had cherries there, but he was carted off and put into a concentration type confinement area. So he came back every year, and then one year he didn't show up no more. And I used to watch him hugging the tree. It just blew my mind. But then in Japan, there is forest bathing. There's people on Vancouver Island that do it, forest bathing, and it's a sense of awe. You're in the now, right? So when you say hug a tree, I haven't done that lately. I do a lot of work with trees. I've been known to do tree surgeon work, tree surgery on the tree. And I'm pretty good at that, actually. It's something that I've done over the years. I've helped a lot of trees, moved a lot of trees, planted a lot of trees. 29 Howdy. What the hell is 29 Howdy? Am I missing something? Oh, you're a belt looper. How's it going there, Mr. Jack? Belt loop. That's an interesting name, hey? I like it. Crooked Peach. Never heard that term, forest bathing. Oh, yeah, it's in Japan. There's they have actual words in Japanese for it. And yeah, it's very cool. Very, very cool forest bathing. Yeah. Yeah. It's just, peaceful, and a lot of, your biorhythm comes in check from the negative ions that you can lack, right? And then once you're grounded in there, it's pretty good, because some things can happen to you. Like if you're coming out of a war zone, you got some serious problems, right? Because you see some stuff you don't normally see, people dead on the side of the road, or God forbid you had to do something like that. But you become changed. So forest bathing has really helped people regain their solid whole um, body and spirit. So that's forest bathing is very healthy for you. I do it off. I guess I do it every day because I go out there and I sit right there in the forest. That's it. And if I find some cool trees, I just sit there and watch the tree. I'll sit and watch the tree grow. Not that I notice much growing going on. you know, Never heard that term forest bathing. Well, punch it in, you'll see it. Trouble is, if you go to a real forest bathing in the States, you would get arrested. I'd worry about it when it happened. I wouldn't worry about it now. Hey, Howie, greetings from Venezuela. Amaponian, how's it going? I'm busy now and with some work on the house of my parents in Ricule and Zotegui. As a Tegui, Venezuela. I hope I didn't butcher that too much. Thanks a lot. Hey, Belt Lube. Thanks. I got that nickname back in 1979 or 80. Oh, you're ancient like me. Somewhere around there, it was because I was always hanging around. Oh, that's pretty cool. I always feel better in nature. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, everything has a vibration in nature. It's vibrating, eh? Yeah. The planet is vibrating and it's spinning around at, 10,000 kilometers an hour, miles an hour, whatever the hell it is. And then it's on a trajectory flying through space at another 20,000 miles an hour. I don't know the exact amount, but it's up there like that. and, and you're on that little blue green marble. Well, used to be more green. Yeah, that can be a good vibration if you can, fix onto that you're flying through space it's called the Milky Way. Yeah, that's where we are. Carl Sagan had a real real impact on me a little bit. That guy was crazy. Yeah, he was great. I shouldn't have called him crazy. I guess we all are a little. Peach, all talk, you just have to listen. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. What's going on? Talk to the rocks, really listen to them. They have stories to tell. Interesting. My uncle would agree with that. And I agree with my uncle. Veltloop saying hello to Amaponian in Venezuela. Crooked Peach says, Vey, love that my plants and animals talk to me. Everyone should be able to be naked in the woods seems appropriate to me. Well, I ain't showing off my budgie to anybody, man. I'm sorry. But I learned that from this J lady in Australia. I haven't seen her in a while, but I think she's friends with my other friend. I just wasn't savvy enough to figure it out right away. And she told me that's what that's called. I guess people wear spandex or whatever, and you can see this. It looks like a bungee. That's why I said that there, Mr. Jack. Peach, all talk, just have to listen. Yeah, cool, right? Yes, Howie, the vibrations, the frequencies. Yeah, 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 frequency and vibration. I know it's trip, right? Be right back to get more coffee. See you soon, Verna. Belt Loop 29 Homestead. That's a pretty cool name. Do you have any plans for today? For the day? Yeah, making soil today. It's Friday, and I've been collecting up. I collected up almost 100 gallons of kitchen waste, about 80 to 90, maybe 100 pounds of meat trim from the butcher, and I got my bag of lime, and I've got a nice mound of leaves, and I've got 2 wheelbarrows of tree mulch, but it's a conifer, which I'm not using this year. I'm using it in a couple years, so it'll be okay, and I'll lime that because it's very acidic. And that'll bring me at least what I'm building today. It will bring me 1 yard of rich black humus in a year. Probably sooner if I layered it lots. So lots of layers. It's like a lasagna, and it decomposes. I put a green brown belt loop, and one of my hobbies is making soil every day or making something to make soil soon. What kind of fruit trees do I have? I have a lot of fruit trees, man. Several kinds of citrus, several pears, many kinds of apples, a lot of different plums. I grow kiwi, guava, loquat, I have bananas inside for about 4 or 5 months of the year because I'm on southern Vancouver Island. It's a marine temperate climate here. So I didn't have any snow this winter, and I had about a dozen frost mornings. And it's just for in the morning and it's gone. Last night I didn't have a frost. It was +6 Celsius. So I grow a lot of other fruit trees, and then I just kind of manage other fruit trees where, I let them grow naturally. I don't prune a lot of my fruit trees unless it's required because I don't need to make a job for the rest of my life looking after and pruning a fruit tree when I know when left alone that they'll produce fruit anyway. And I mean, if you got dead on there, or like in citrus, you got to take out the center so the sunlight comes through. And most of my citrus are not in the ground anymore. I gave up on that. But people do it here, and I've seen them do it. Wow, that's a lot. Yeah, that is what I was talking about, Jack, when I said the States we would get arrested. That's it. You can't run around nude. They're Mr. Jack. He's a pretty fun guy, eh? Not just fun guy, but fun guy. Tomorrow I will show everyone how I start sweet potatoes. It's nice. Well, that's a lot. Oh, I just touched on a base. I have gorilla grown stuff. Do you have I have fruit trees in the middle of nowhere that I've planted, like figs and a lot of different kinds of figs and olives. You don't have to in Canada. It's pretty wild bush out there. There's a bit of fences here and there, but most people are too scared to leave their house anyway. There's the odd tough guy that'll wander around, but it's still the Wild West here. I mean, there is large fenced off lands and stuff, but if you go to them, then sure, you're going to see people. But if you don't go to them and you got to take your own boat to your own side of the coast or inlet or cove or bay or island, and there's thousands of islands along the coast, millions of bays and coves, millions of places to get fresh water from. Literally, it is a different place, this British Columbia, than anywhere else. And now slowly all the nice soil sort of coming back. Yeah, good topic for a video or live at Bay. Yeah, what kind of? Yeah, yep. Gary, many don't realize the earlier you start them, the more you have to plant. Yep, that must be the sweet. Very cool. So you're Canadian. No, I'm an Earthling. Cool. For some reason, I tend to run into a lot of y'all in the live streams. Yeah, I don't have a nationalistic ego. I have an Earthling ego. I'm from planet Earth. Welcome. Just messing around. Yeah. I can see that vase place. Yes, Gary Howie lives on Vancouver Island. Yeah, southern Vancouver Island. Vancouver Island's a big island. It's fast lands out there, very mountainous. Rivers all along the coast, inside and out. Tons of springs and hot springs. And but you got to know what you're doing to live in the wilds. You got to be pretty tough character. A good horse and a couple of pack mules. You're probably better off like something like that if you're going cruising around in the interior of Vancouver Island. It's pretty huge. It's there's not much life out there like human life. The odd guy though lives in a cave here and there. And is Vancouver Island near Newfoundland? No. That's on the other side that's in the East Coast. I'm on the West Coast of Vancouver Island. I'm on the southern Vancouver Island. I did plant quite a few different types of fruit trees a few years ago. Yeah, keep planting them, keep feeding them. Make your soil, put it around from the tree trunk out to the drip line where it stops dripping off the tree. So there's that umbrella like. You want to put an inch or two every year there, rich black humus, and you're going to get you're going to get a healthy tree. My geography isn't really strong right now. Well, you're on the planet Earth there, and continent North America, third rock from the sun, and you're in the southern U.S. somewhere, I think. somewhere. I don't really know, but you're on the planet Earth. You're my fellow Earthling. That was funny. I shouldn't laugh at yourself, but I had to. I was wondering that uh, I don't have any more space to plant them. Oh, there's always space. Lots of common ground, neighbors, lawns. There's lots of space to plant a tree, man. I used to think like that too until I jumped out of the box a little. Well, hello, puppy dog. Comes up with her little cold nose and sticks it on you underneath your arm. Hi, I'm here. Hello, I'm here. Hello, and you're starving, hey? Well, just think about this. I have some turkey roll that you can have. Yeah, I don't want it. You can have it. It's turkey. Yeah. Oh, the eyes. Doo, 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 doo. It's okay. She's always hungry. She's a little piglet. You think she's a porcine and not a canine, you know? Um yes, I Mississippi. Oh, cool. Cool. I know a little bit about that place. I planted some pecan trees at my parents' place, but my brother mowed them over. Well, have a little chat with your brother about not mowing him over, that in the future he may end up at the woodshed. That might deter him from mowing them over again and really observing that he's on the planet Earth. Bases Gary. Oh, are you familiar with Al Chef My Backstep? No. Yeah, Gary and Howie, do you all have any nut trees? Yes, I have walnuts, black walnut, and I have the American filbert, and I have a hazelnut tree. I have two of them. And I'm actually going to be making more of those, but they grow fairly rapidly. So I'm just going to do an air layered clone. I never did it on the American filbert, but okay. He also mowed over the fig trees as well. Wow, man. You really got to show them how to chop wood. Yeah. And plant them again. Yeah. You're probably not getting any younger. So when you go and get those trees, make sure they're already 6, 8 feet tall and then plant them. Bare rootstock's coming up where you are right now. Actually, right now it is. It's in full swing where you are. Yeah. And he is into nature, as I've heard the name before. Yeah, I may have visited his website or his channel or something. There's a 1.2 billion people on YouTube, and about 200 million of them are either growing food or foraging or fishing or gardening, or they have a big, huge farm. There's a lot of people related to the soil and land and that kind of thing. I'm gonna grab another coffee. Well, my wife hey, you guys go over that way. My wife propagated the fig trees. Ah, yeah, yeah, you can. Very well done. My brother is a full grown man. It's not my place to try and correct him. Exactly. Coffee. Hey, I'm back. And Mr. Knight, making soil. Ooh, you are, hey? All done there, Mr. Dave. Best part of my day today. Yesterday, I got it all ready. I had a couple of my best pals, you know, my two best pals showed up and moved all the heavy stuff for me. And I worked though. I did a little digging. Yeah, Yeah. Yeah. But making soil today, I'm doing a trench one today because I'm dumping in a bunch of meat scraps, about 80 pounds, maybe more. I don't know. I don't weigh this stuff going in, and I'm using a bunch of cardboard that I don't want, and chop and drop I don't want, and a mound of leaves that I've acquired, and I've got 2 wheelbarrows of bark mulch, and it's a conifer, so there's some little needles in there. So yeah, that's I'm gonna be, and I got my bag of lime, my new bag of lime. I like the lime, and I've got biochar and wood ash coming from my friend's place. They make it there and they bring it here for me. Pretty good. I'm loved. Making soil, Dave Knight. Yeah, check out Dave Knight's channel. That guy's it's quite the station he has in his greenhouse. Um, it's it's almost a facility, Dave. Base place, Howie. I dry my spent coffee grounds and use them for traction on ice and in the garden. Oh, good for you. Wood ash will do that too. Yeah. Biochar too, crushed up. I like sand and salt. I'm old school, man. I've got two 50-pound bags of salt, but it's not normal salt. It's got this whey powder on it, a protein like kind of thing. It's whey, like, and what it does is it's on the salt, so it's sticky. So I put it down for the mailman, so I get my mail. That's it, and then that's it. I haven't had to do that yet this year because there's been no winter. Like for real. It's like it's almost February and nothing, man. But it's supposed to get 2 centimeters. Check this shit out, okay? 2 centimeters on Monday morning. And Mother Earth. Hello, Mother Earth Garden Club. I got rid of ash from the wood stove on the garden. Yes, that's where I put it. Bing, bada, boomba. I'm having a big, huge bonfire soon too. I'm going to be making a whole pile of ash. I've got about 3 yards of scrap tree wood that I've saved for the past couple years because you take off an arm or you're some dead or whatever, right? So I'm going to be burning that in my burner. I have a little round burner thingy, and I just chuck it all in there and just keep chucking it in. The neighbors complain a little bit, but I mean, what are you going to complain about? The guy behind me is burning plastic 24/7. I mean, it stinks. It goes right across this guy's house because the wind comes from the southeast, and boom. Because if it was coming from the west, the wind wouldn't affect anything. I am already subscribed to Mr. Knight. I'm actually subscribed to most everyone here, though I wasn't to Crooked Peach. Honestly, I was surprised at that, but I fixed it. Yeah, Crooked Peach, very cool human being. I'm in an apartment, so I used what I have so I don't have to spend money needlessly. Smart, Bay. I'm anxiously waiting on the arrival of my first great grandchild. Yippee! Good on you. Congratulations. You know, last report, mom is dilated to 8 so soon. Ooh, it's coming in a hurry. Hey, Howie, listening and driving. Pilgrim, welcome, welcome, welcome. We never had kids, so no grands. Well, there's plenty of other kids to watch out for in this planet. Hey, Pilgrim. He is my first great grandchild. Very cool, there, Mother Earth Garden Club. Very, very, very cool. Gary, you adopted others as kin, I am sure, as your kin. Her kin. Yeah, yeah, that's what I did. I adopted three children, and then I have all these other stepkids from all these, bunch of them. I don't really know them that well. I have nieces and nephews, so that's that. There's that. Yeah, me too. I got a million of those, and all really nice too. Thanks for all the thumbs up. But yeah, soil is definitely on the day's list today because I have I've collected a lot of kitchen waste. I was kind of surprised, but one was a bunch of spoilage from like a small farm stand, so that was really good to get. There was stuff that was going bad, so they just said, "Okay, make soil with it." That means you can spoil them and send them home, just like, yep, it does take a village, right? Oh, of course, yep, yep, absolutely. Mother Earth takes a village, takes a planet, yeah, yeah, because the planet Earth is planet Earth. No matter where you are, you know, we're pretty much the same Earthlings, same DNA. You know, there's different colored people, different races, but you're all human beings from the planet Earth. So, it takes a village. I like to say it takes a planet. No matter what, we are all related. Yep, absolutely. Without doubt. Yep. Who's all here? Belt Loop says, I have nieces and nephews. So there's, yeah, yeah, yep. Yeah, it takes a village. Absolutely. 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 Yeah. I like that village. Many villages. That's what the word Canada means is village. For real. I think it came from Huronian or maybe Iroquois or something like that. That word Canada, and we're all naked under our clothes. Okay, there, Mister Belt Loop 29 Homestead. A good reference, though. Wow, it's a big family. Yeah, right, Vay? After I trim branches, going to get a chipper as put the chips in the garden. Oh, he's upping his game. Then it gets big after that. Hey, Dave, if you're getting a good sized chipper, all the neighbors want to see you. Hey, they'll bring you all the stuff, just like mice to a cheese. Then they bring kitchen waste too, but clean kitchen waste. Train them well, Mr. Knight. Yeah, that's pretty cool, Mother Earth. After I trim branches, going to get a chipper as put the chips in the garden. That's ideal to put the chips in the garden for aeration and cooling the soil because it gets pretty freaking hot right now sometimes during the summer. Can't say too much. They put this, they tagged me, this YouTube tagged me about there's a little ad below my live streams now about climate change. And I figure, you know what? Get your own bloody channel. And it was from the United Nations. You know what? Get your own channel and do that to your own channel. I never authorized them to do that. And when you feel free that you can just come and go as you please like that, that's like, if you're expected, you're welcome. That wasn't expected, so it wasn't welcome. So if you see that, I'm not saying it's not true or whatever about the climate or whatever. I don't even get involved. I'm not involved. It has nothing to do with me. And just but I find it offensive that they they thought that they could just put an ad onto my channel. Well, no, no, no. It's very offensive. And you think somebody out there thought they were entitled, or AI thought that it was entitled to do that? You're not. That's my rant. I'm sure AI is doing it. I don't share chocolate with myself. Small family compared to last year. My mom had 43. Whoa. Mice seem to like peanut butter and chocolate more than cheese. Just saying. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. Dave Knight there. He's got a chipper coming. I wonder what kind of chipper it is. Now I've got to go over and see if he's making a video. Thanks for your thumbs up too. Well, if it's AI doing it, then some earthling out there decided that AI is entitled to come and put an ad onto my live stream when people rewatch it, or if they come and watch it now, it might be there. Let's go see. That's a good point. Can I even do that? How do I do that? Screw it. Supposed to be talking about making layers, 3 to 5 inch layers of organic biomass in your locale that's free, goes into making earth, soil, better planet, healthier you from plant to plate to person. It isn't there yet, Howie. Okay. AI, yeah. I have a small chipper. It has paid for itself many times over. Wow, Mother Earth Garden Club. Holy schmolians. I got to get over to see more of your videos. What's going on? That's pretty serious when you have your own chipper. That's very serious because you need it. For myself, I don't need it because I burn anything into like ash or make biochar, or what happens is tree companies, I'm pretty much filled up now, but I do always need 1 or 2 a year just to cover everything like weeds and stuff. I don't weed. I just, when I'm growing something, it grows up and then I put soil around it, gets bigger. I put soil around it again, it gets bigger, and then that's it. And that's pretty much the fertilizer, is the soil from the Pathway Soil Bank. It seems to work for me. I'm not saying it's going to work for you because everybody's different. Every gardener is totally different. It's like every snowflake's different. It's just the way it is. It's like every human being is a human being, but they're all different. It's just the way it is. But making soil, man, it's when the biggest thing that I see is the health to people. That's what happens when you make your own soil and you're outside. It's the health to the people, and then health to the planet at the exact same time. You're making a healthy planet, right? Your ecosystem. Yeah, my channel is just a beginning job. I'm not very good at it yet. That's okay. Neither am I. And it's 10 years on March 15th, and I did a decade on YouTube, and I'm just doing my own thing without going near any electro smog. My channel is, even identical twins will have something that makes them different. Exactly. What I'm leaving behind is today is my last Pathway Soil Bank using any protein, meat or scraps or whatever into the layered of the Pathway Soil Bank making soil. Now, I'm going to leave that for a year. Microbes, I'll dig that out next year this time or sooner. Then it'll all be soil, what I do. And it's all in layers. And the thing about it's called Pathway. So you make it in a pathway that you're not using. It's just layers. And then soil bank. You're banking your soil there for when you need it. Maybe you'll never need it, but at least it's healthier. And chances are, if you're really into growing food, you'll need it. I don't do a dig unless I dig a little hole, I drop a potato in or something, something like that. Because what I do is I just empty the Pathway Soil Bank onto the forest floor and onto the veggie growing patches that I have. I just empty it on there. I don't do any weeding. I'm not into weeding. Yeah. I just let things grow. I just plant it and it grows. A lot of my stuff I plant is in my own, 99.9% is my own soil that I made. I know where it came from then. When you buy a bag of soil, you have absolutely no idea how that soil was made and what's in it. And that to me is not good. I need to know if there's love there. Bing bada boomba. Blessings, everyone. I better get busy. See you, Vay. Take care, Vay. Cheers. If you don't know Vay, you should. It's 7:30 on Friday morning, and the sun's just coming up, but it's mighty orange in the morning. You can see it over there. Sailors take warning. Ooh, and the wind's moving from the north. Straight from the north, too, because the clouds are going by. I'm going to scatter pumpkin seeds in the backyard of my yard come spring just for fun and giggles. Yeah, May 24th, where you are, Mother Earth, I believe. You're in Minnesota. May 24th weekend, somewhere in there. That's when you direct sow where you are. I think you're zone 3 or 4 or something like that. I would. You're probably better off planting plants, young shoots, but hey, as long as that soil's warmed up a little bit, bing bada boom. It's the warmth, hey, for squash. But yeah, definitely grow squash, especially winter squash. A lot of people go, oh, I've got to eat another pumpkin or I got to eat another butternut squash. You know what? You won't be crying like that when there ain't nothing at the store. Yeah. I just got a bag. Whoa, Dave Knight, of a 4-year-old soil for starting plants and put inside to warm up. Oh, absolutely. When if you're like a big grower or you're aspiring to be a big grower, like you take, like, say you take, I don't know, say 1,000 pepper seeds. If you're going to grow 1,000 pepper plants, and you put it inside paper towel, wet it, wrap it, put it inside a Ziploc bag, put it inside your shirt by your arm where it's warm all the time. 3 days, 4 days, they're sprouting, boom, bam, into individual potters, boom, 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 or directly into the ground on the May 24th weekend. That's how it's done. Hey, back in the day, people used their body to warm it up, and then like a lot of organic growers here, they have a tub, and they just load up with 200 tomato plants in there, and then they put it up high in the greenhouse, and they cover it so it really cooks. Like, that's hot in there, man. And I'm like, this was years ago. I was looking at it. That's smart, hey. And then they come apart really easy. You just give them a little shake and don't tear them apart. Like, there's little fine hairs on the roots, and you just take it apart and plant it. But warmth, seed mats, they're really good. I might have to buy one soon because I'm getting these chickens that are going to run around here pretty quick. But there's a toss up over at the Tractor Supply store where I was getting them, and so I guess they even went up higher price, like $8 a chick. I mean, I could buy the chicken for $8. Making it really difficult. So I'm looking at not purchasing their meat birds. Looks like some folks left. Bye, or see you when you get back. 4-year-old soil for starting plants to put it inside to warm up. That's very smart, Dave Knight. They changed to zone 5A. Oh, cool. May 24th is your safe for direct sow of hot weather crops like squash, whatever it is, watermelon, doesn't matter. Watermelon's so healthy for you. They changed I have so much butternut squash. I harvested 39 huge ones last fall. Good. They're good for a really long time. And it's incorporating them in your diet. You really have to watch them. They're a high carb. You can get spiked. Yeah, if you eat too much. But yeah, they're super healthy for you, winter squash. I need to go ahead and get ready for work. Y'all have a great day. Mr. Bell, Luke 29 Homestead, take care. Blessings to you. See you around again. I have so much butternut squash. I harvested 39 huge ones. That's a pretty good harvest there, Mother. You did really good. And you know what? They're not going to go bad because you can add them back to your soil. Just, as some go bad, there's always some that go bad, 1 or 2. And then, if the seed is what you're after, if you can eat the seed, The seed is extremely healthy for you. Yeah, it's extremely alkalizing, the seed. But yeah, I'm going to check out ice fishing spots on Lake St. Clair looking for yellow perch. Are they good eating, Dave? They make great gifts to friends. Yes, yes, and giving it away. I think there's a National Squash Day or something like that where you give away zucchinis or something. Yeah, because it's around that early spring squash that you get. But hey, squash is about the best thing you'll ever get into, and when some Frankenize, that's even better. You got some squash that no one else has. Yeah, I like growing all different squash and just letting them ramble through. I'll even tag a twine or rope to the tree and let them grow right straight up into the tree. It looks kind of weird because you can be walking along and there's all these hanging ghost pumpkins or whatever all through the forest. It's kind of neat, and you don't have to do anything. That's why I do it. I don't, I don't have. It's off the ground, so it's not cold. Especially, sometimes the ground can stay cold here for a while. I don't, we're in a kind of a rain shadow here. I have the seeds from the squash you sent me. Well, why do you still have them, Dave? You should be planting all of them, Dave. I'm going to check out the ice fishing spot. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's giving me a hard time. Yeah, yeah. Those seeds are good for a long time. I acquire seeds from like seed exchanges, seed shows, neighbors, friends, YouTubers, wherever I can. And I'm not into just limiting. Oh, I only want heritage. No, I'm not limiting myself. If it grows food, I want to see it. And frankly, if whatever way you are growing food, at least you're growing food. It doesn't don't every food grower is going to be different. It's as simple as that. There's no two gardeners that are the same. I'm going to close the door. It's kind of slightly cool. Yesterday was awesome. Here it was sunny and warm. Last night was +6 Celsius. I was just like, man, this is warm. I even turned the heat off in the house. I have a gas heater. I had to turn it off. It was that warm. I'm not used to it. I can't wait to go fishing come spring. It's so much fun. I think sunfish and bass are yummy. Yeah, Dave, is yellow perch looking for yellow perch. I've had perch, but I don't think I had yellow perch. I had perch before. They were good, crispied up. They were delicious. But they got perch here. They call them shiners. And these other ones, some people just let fish go in the lake here, and it's so warm here. They lived like goldfish and boogly-eyed black moors and all kinds of weird looking stuff in there. And then they stocked the lake. And they've been doing this for like 30 or 40 years, stocking that lake. So there's rainbows in there that are huge to little tiny ones, maybe 6 inch, 8 inches long. So it is quite the vast. You don't know what you're pulling up, and then all the fish will go underneath the wharf, and the otters come up and sit on the wharf and wait for you to feed them. Yeah, it's on a lake in the out just outside the city, and there's always eagles and otters and beavers and ducks and people and boating, and you're not allowed to have a motor on the one lake there. You have to row or kayak or canoe. That's a really pristine place too. You see little kids from the reserve. It's not far away. They hike to the lake from their reserve. They're 6, 7 years old, and they got a can of worms with them. You're not allowed to use worms, right? But they are. And they get there, and there's these trees that have fallen down, and some are poking out on the lake. So they'll climb up on the log, go out to the end of the log, catch some fish, and then wave goodbye. Meanwhile, you're sitting there trying to catch, and you're not, and you're not catching them because you're not allowed to use the worms and bait, right? And they come walking right up to sometimes they want to fish on the wharf. There's a little wharfage. They come up and they put their can of worms down there, like little dudes. and they pull in quite a few pounds of trout, and they toss one to the eagle. There's this eagle named his name's Roger, and they'll toss. And I did it too. I caught one there, and then I tossed it, and I made a video. I just toss it out there. Well, Roger's used to them native kids coming and feeding them. Yeah, from the ones I grew last year. Oh, you have seeds from what you? Oh, good, smart. Oh, I can't wait to go fishing come spring. Yeah, it's fun and it's tasty. Minnesota has a lot of lakes to fish in. I bet they do. Big snapping turtles, be very careful. They'll snap a finger right off of you. We'll pull fish off your stringer if you aren't careful. Yeah, they'll come up where you're leaving them. I don't do that. I dispatch the fish right away. Um, um, I find the meat tastes way better if it's on the stringer, or it's alive and just put it in the cooler. That fish doesn't taste right. I like dispatching them immediately. So I have this orange club. It's a terrible thing to talk about, but I find that the fish last longer. They don't go rancid as soon. For some reason, it's dead, and you're preserving it that way instead of it struggling and heating up. Yeah, yeah. Oh, been on here an hour or more. So that's my day today, is to get onto the soil and making soil. It'll be my last one using meat, because I have enough for the next few years soil made like that from the butcher. For freshwater here, we have too many things that will snap your line. Yeah, don't go kissing any alligators. Morning, Carol. That's South Florida sunshine. It's nice and warm here today. It was +6 last night Celsius. There's no frost. Winter never showed up. We did have a few days of frost though. You just ride them. Okay. You got video? Yeah, I don't know if I could live where there's alligators walking my little dog or something. That's kind of like walking alligator bait or something. We are 40 something today. Well, it's still pretty cool where you are. Yep. But it did get frosty here for a few days, and that was it. And it was just frosty, like coming in the morning for 2 or 3 hours, and then it was gone. It was gone right away. But a friend of mine over on the mainland from here, she was on here earlier and said they had frost on the mainland, which is a couple hours from me. It's 8 degrees Fahrenheit here. Oh, that's pretty cold. It's nowhere near that here. Yeah. Yep. The thing about getting cold, it's good. It cleanses you. Yeah. That's something that's missing out of every earthling, is that they don't go outside enough. Warmed up to 19 Fahrenheit or -7 Celsius. That's still pretty darn cold. I just watched your video. Your lettuce was struggling a little bit, but you'll get some nice leaves in the spring there from that. Yeah. They stay in their ponds and water, was except during mating season. Well, spotted easily in urban areas. You don't walk your dogs near freshwater edges. Here is all. Yeah, that's very good advice. I wouldn't walk there anyway. I mean, even though a little kid goes up to it, boom, not good. Not good at all. I'm not an alligator fan. They make good dog food. Nice shoes. I'm not a fan. There's no reasoning with them. I've seen a video before, a guy beating the alligator comes where he's camping. He's beating with the cast iron frying pan. I thought, well, geez, that's what mom was doing to dad, eh? The crocs are more aggressive. Yeah, you got a lot of invasive snakes that don't belong in Florida either. and spiders too. Yeah. That's the idea, is to keep the root from freezing. Yeah. Well, that's yeah. Yeah. I'm waiting for spring. I've got a bunch of olives to plant, or different citrus, new types of calamondin crosses, stuff like that. Yes, down south of okay. Here we go. Romaine lettuce that goes to seed regrows early spring, even here in Minnesota. Yeah, yeah. Some of the things that regrow by itself here is arugula. It self sows, borage self sows, all very good eating, and yeah, that kind of thing. I can leave in plants over winter that regrow, like fava beans. I can go out and harvest leaves of the fava bean and the flowers right now. I can go and harvest it and eat it. And yeah, well, day is going to start. It can start ahead of me. Pals are here. I'm drinking my coffee and smoking my salmon. Annuals, our sun just solarized right out of most soil. Yeah, yeah. Nice Mother Earth. Romaine lettuce. Yeah. A lot of things will come back, like kale and chard and stuff like that will overwinter here quite easily. Even if it freezes, it still comes back and it's heartier and there's a different flavor on it. Yeah. But I have a very good friend that has many acres, some resting, some growing, and he doesn't sow kale, but he has kale acres of it. So what he does is he lets it go to seed. The birds eat the seed, spread it all around. He comes along and just burns off the top with a like a flamethrower in the spring. Might even do it like a little shallow till, not too much, just a scraping. That guy grows more kale than I can shake a stick at. Yeah, use the birds for seeding it. Smart guy. Annual, nice. You and Diva have a great grow zone. Yeah, yeah. She's over in the town more. I'm on the outside of town, and yeah, I've walked past her place going to the grocery store because I recognize it from here when I go on my hour walk. You know, and you walk past her place to get to the store, and it's interesting. I always just wave. I'm not expected, so I don't say anything. I just wave. Cool front yard she has, though. She's growing a lot of food. I'm underneath a ridge. The like here's where I am. All along here is a ridge. So if the wind comes from the northwest, mostly northwest to southwest, it doesn't affect me. And there's a lot of houses in here above me, and on par with me, and even a lot below me down towards right on the ocean. So it gets a convection of heat here from buildup of just that. And then there's some large trees on the outside around the block. So I get to have this heat, convection of heat in here. And it's not much different than Divas. It's not much at all. Yeah, yeah, it's not. I would love to. I would love a flame. Oh shit! Yeah, my buddy has one attached to his Cub tractor. He goes along and just burns the weeds in between these rows, and I was like, okay, it works. Yeah, he built it himself too. I would love if, yeah, I will get a second crop of Brussels sprouts in the spring. Exactly, exactly. Yep, her front yard looked massive for suburbia. The last video where she showed her beds, it showed it better. Yeah. Hey, Bill. Good to see you, Bill. I watched your video on all the nutrients you give your citrus. You sure love those citrus, Bill. Good on you. Um, um, yeah. Well, there's like houses here, like some are like mega houses on a like a half acre, an acre, and then there's other ones that are right beside each other, like it's in England or in the city, right? But where she lives, there's a park to the south of her. There's a huge bog, massive bog, and then to the north of her is parks, huge parks. And then to the east of her is a massive mountain park. So, yeah. Carolina Kind Family Homestead. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Bill loves his citrus. Ours is warmer than the surrounding area due to lying closer to the Atlantic. And that's again, you're closer to the ocean than it is not as frosty. Because you got to remember too, there's a certain amount of salt spray and salt in the air. It's aerosol salt. And it is flying. If the wind's blowing, it can carry 100 feet more, maybe. So, or more, depending on, when it's raining, splashing, and then that splashing is putting up salt there, and then the wind's grabbing that. I've seen houses here covered in salt. They got to wash them. Just like the odd time of the year. It's not an all the time because you're not getting that kind of storm. But I've seen salt accumulate on rocks where you could just pick it off and put it on your sandwich or cooking. I've seen that often. Our acreage is where the snakes and gators are. Okay, well, good luck on that. Nice to see you too, Bill. Python tastes like chicken. Yep. I'm not a snake and crocodile fan. I'm sorry. I'm just not. They're too unpredictable. I mean, I know they all go by facial recognition. Oh, look, there's meat. No. When I used to have to hike when I was a kid, there was rattlers. You can hear them. Scare the crap out of you. You're running, man. And then you got to calm down because you're going to run into another one. And oh my God, I'm not a fan of crocodiles or snakes. But if they're here and there and they're leaving me alone, I'm all game. But you come calling on me and I'm not going to be nice. I won't be nice at all. I heard they are not that good, but the iguana tastes like tree chicken, Dave. I'm not interested in reptiles to eat. No, it's healthy food, though. It's very healthy. That's part of the, pretty much a paleo way of eating. It's that clean protein, too. But you got to remember, like reptiles, they live on the ground and crap, okay? So be careful when you're handling them. We're a bit further west for salt water. Oh, I see. Bill says, I had a Burmese python. Well, good for you, Bill. You can keep it. When I was in high school, man, she got big. When we had to get rid of her, she was 10 foot long. We used to feed her chicken. Her name was Silo. Well, isn't that just a pretty little story, Bill? Oh, touching. Should be in the soup pot around here, buddy. I'm sorry, but I don't have any love for them other than if they leave me alone, I'll leave them alone. But yeah, not a fan. I had one in my kitchen for 3 years, like years and years and years ago. I was, there's other people living in the house here, and they had a snake with them, and his name was Oscar. I put up with that for 3 years, and after that, screw that shit. This is my place. Get out. She was getting saucy at the end. Yeah, saucy in the pan. Before she got big, I used to walk around everywhere with her. She was awesome. I bet, hey, That's pretty cool. As soon as she knew she could kill me, things changed. Yeah, yeah. I'm not a fan of snakes or gators or big bugs. So good. I live where it freezes hard. Exactly. Exactly. There's ferrets that aren't supposed to be here, and there are snakes that aren't supposed to be here in on southern Vancouver Island. But they need to go up underneath a house to stay, and lizards too. There's lots of different lizards here that are not supposed to be here. But I limed all the way around the house from the house out 6 to 8 feet. I limed heavy with a lye because I didn't want mice burrowing down and through the ground because it'll just burn them. And slugs and snails. I was tired of cleaning out. This is years ago. So anyway, oops. I put down that heavy lye. It was a lime lye, and it's very caustic. It's will burn you. So all the little creatures had just sizzled them all off here. Well, I don't want slug, snail, slime going up the side of my house. I just not doing it. Oops is here. I'm not a fan of ice and snow every year. I put up with hurricanes not to deal with winter. Yeah, I know. Good, warm, easy piece of land to live on. It's hard to come by. I like the Middle East. It's really nice. Same here now, Howie. There's snakes found on the island where never ever here. Oh wow, yeah, that'll do. They come in bales of hay or whatever. Oops. Good morning. How you know? Hey, Minty Cactus. Good morning. Happy Friday to you as well. I just watched your short on the giant piece of agate. I think pink agate. I think or quartz. I have a similar one as well. They really should not sell non-native snakes and reptiles in any state where folks can let them go and they don't die. Yep, was that not a cool one? Love it. It was very cool. I like bouldering. I like climbing around on a boulder. Not that I can do much of that anymore, but I like rocks. I like geodes. I used to split them, find them, and just leave them there for tourists to see and take. Oh, look what we found! Valuable gems or something. That's funny as hell. Yep, funny as hell. Gee, I'm here for an hour and a half. It's 8 o'clock. That's a mean looking orange in the morning over there. I can see the ocean from here. San Juan Islands. Yeah. San Juan Islands are nice. What did I just learn about the sand? Oh, they do a lot of halibut fishing there. They got a derby going on now. Yeah. I fished just southeast of San Juan. Not far either. I'm 150 meters from San Juan Islands. I have well, not quite. I'm a little more than that, but the border. I only go up as far as 150 meters from the buoy. They have like a buoy that mark the border. Years and years ago, like when 9/11 was happening, we drifted over there, and you see this little Coast Guard boat coming with a 50 cal on there, and he's beating along. There's a guy on it. Oh, he skittled right past that buoy. There's a little light buoy, like a lighthouse. So we scoot back further and further, and you see it going this way, and it went that way, and I went, holy shit. You know, I'm just doing a little fishing. I'm blessed to have only seen non-venomous snakes, and they are great for rat control. Not speaking of pythons or anacondas, of course. Yeah, in Florida, it's a real problem with invasive large snakes living in the swamp lands. Yeah, it's a real problem. I watched a video of this old man. He was walking his little tiny poodle. Alligator comes out, grabs. He goes in. He starts beating up the alligator. This old dude, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. Two small dogs and two cats. My pets all have fur. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Here we don't have too many poisonous creatures, but we do. We have a frog with a half orange moon here and here. And he's pretty toxic. And then there's a newt that lives here that make you pretty sick. He lives under the water, and he uses an echo type sound underneath the water. So, because if you bring them out of the water, they got little hands and feet, and they can scream at you, go, it's like, put the fish back in the water. It's like, how freaky is that, So, yeah. Good day, everyone. Oh, Shawnee Grows, welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Friday. Just talking about my experiences with the newt and what's all in the local area, because what's been introduced for species. Yes, that's like the guy in Australia clocking the kangaroo. Well, they'll fight you, right? And they got like little claw hooves, and they can hands, and there's a they're not the back ones are what they nail you with and claw you, tear your skin pretty good. But I heard they're good eating. Tastes like deer meat. I've seen them. They seem friendly enough to me, but I've seen them kill a dog before, like on a video, and it choked the dog out, but the dog didn't survive. It knows what to do to kill another animal. It's very smart. Worst thing here in my part of Tennessee has moccasins, copperheads, rattlers, black widows, and brown recluse. Yeah, we have those. We don't have the copperhead, though, but black widow and brown recluse we certainly do. I've been paralyzed by the brown recluse 2 times now. Yeah, once right here. It wasn't pleasant. It took like over a week for it to go away. And once on my leg, it come up and bit my leg. I killed him though, but he got me, and that leg didn't work good for a couple of weeks. Yeah, it wasn't pleasant at all. Yeah. Yes, that's why the guy hit him like young Mike Tyson. The Roo had his dog. Oh, well, yeah, fight back. Don't give up. Brown recluse here in Minnesota, and their bite will rot your skin. Yeah, it's not pleasant, is it? You got to be careful. They carry disease. All bugs and spiders and animals, they're all running around the ground with all the other microbes, right? They're not quite a microbe, but you know what I'm saying. Whatever they're growing over that could be septic, like cholera, dysentery, and you're touching it, or distemper, like from a raccoon, whatever the hell it is, can be transferred to use. You got to be careful when you're handling anything. Yes, bentonite clay reduces the bites. Yes. Yikes, the brown recluse territory is spreading. Hubby got bit in the army in Colorado. Yeah, they're all over the planet. Brown recluse. Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of arachnids on this planet. They're different kinds. Some are edible. Yeah. Some of the bigger ones. Yeah. Yeah. But they all carry parasites and disease because they're running over stuff on the ground, whatever it is, the stuff. Makes sense. Oops. Yeah. 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 Clay is very alkalizing. Yeah, for sure. You got to be careful. You got to be totally careful with anything, foreign to your environment, because you don't have an immunity to it. Hey, that's the big thing. That's the, like someone that's living in their environment has a higher immunity than you, where if you go there and eat, you got Montezuma's revenge, or whatever the case could be. I'm grateful the lizards here have protected me from. That's just it. I felt bad about putting that lie down and killed off a lot of the lizards here. But you know what? In the end, I didn't have any problem with any creatures. There's voles, moles, shrews, rats, mice, deer mice, Norwegian rat. These here, the property is so valuable that new houses and disturbing what's there, taking away all the old houses, all them creatures have to go somewhere. And that's the biggest problem here. The community hall down here is rat infested. I could smell rats before I even get up to, especially in the summertime. And there's like open holes underneath the building. It's like it's on purpose, and it's been like that for years. you see raccoons and rats and all kinds of critters coming and going from underneath the building because there's a hole there. So I went inside the building and I had to run out of there. It was that disgusting. And people go in there and do badminton or whatever. I just like, not for me, man. Disgusting. Yeah. You have lizards that are guards. Interesting. But I must say, I must go. It was nice seeing you all here. And you have a good day and see you there, Carol and Mother Earth and Oops and Dave Knight and yep, Shawnee Groves is here too. Take care, everyone. Thanks for hitting the thumbs up. But I got soil to make, and there's people here now, and there's 2 people, so I better get going. See you all around. Yes, baby is coming. Oh, good, Mother Earth. That's awesome. Congratulations, your great grandchild. That's awesome. Yippee. End stream now. Bye. Oh, there's videos coming out, and I might go live at 1 o'clock my time.